Good morning. Today is my 130th post. Hard to believe, isn't it? Funny thing is, when I started, I had no idea of what was going to happen, how bad things would get, how long we'd be in this mess. The truth is, I was worried and a little afraid and thought if I felt that way, maybe others did too, and perhaps we could find comfort and strength together. But 6 months in, I'm not sure how we're doing. I still hear folks say how worried and afraid they are. And I get it. You know, I read that Australians use an expression that I've really come to love. They like to say, "No worries, mate." And I got to thinking that phrase nicely sums up the point Jesus was making in Matthew 6 when he spoke about worry. Actually, I've spent some time in Matthew 6 lately, particularly on verses 34 and 33 and 34. It's where Jesus says not to worry about the future because today has enough trouble of its own. Isn't that the truth? In fact, right there is permission to embrace the hard circumstances of today. To not pretend everything is all right, but to continually talk to Jesus about what's happening. See, Jesus invites us to deal with the issues of the day with Him, to be real and vulnerable and trusting, even angry, all at the same time. I have to admit, though, I am guilty of worrying about things, but I used to worry a lot more. Sometimes it would keep me up at night. I would worry about things at church, about my family, my health, money, or lack of it. I used to worry about all the what ifs that might happen. Maybe you can relate. Maybe that's why Jesus told us not to worry, because He knew we would. But what do we do when it seems like there is a lot to worry about? Well, I've learned that not worrying doesn't mean just ignore the situation or just give up because nothing is going to change. Rather, when we begin the day trusting all of it to Jesus, He comes through for us by giving us strength to get through the day without letting the day's issues get to us. See, He totally understands where we are because He's confronted those kinds of times too and felt exactly the way most of us do. And we can come to Him as many times a day as we need, asking Him to guide us instead of seeking our own solutions or relying solely on our own power, because we know how that usually ends up. And also to help us stop obsessing about all the possible what ifs. The thing is, if we want to make it through all the tough times, all the uncertainty and fear, all the stuff that makes us feel so anxious and keeps us up at night filled with worry, then we have to learn to give everything to God and leave it there with Him. See, in the end, what I discovered is that Jesus was right. Worry doesn't make my life longer. It just makes it more miserable. So when I start to get anxious of the things that may or may not happen, I do the only thing I can do. I wrestle a while with my worry and then pass it on to Jesus and then walk with Him through it. Because I know that regardless of how I feel, I am where I am and I'll be okay because that's where Jesus is too. Now, please stay safe. Remember to wear your masks, wash your hands, keep that 6-foot distance. We are gonna make it, so don't lose hope. Continue to find the blessings and know I'm rooting for us. I love you. I'm praying for you. God bless you, and I'll see you soon. Peace.